And I think, the next question that I want to unpack is, when we talk about culture, culture is also a function of the employees' behaviors and how they're able to fulfill their aspirations within the company. And I feel as if we're in a unique place at ELGi now, where we have two generations of talent. The older generation that really knows the business deeply well, and then we have a younger, motivated group of individuals that have come into the company. So how do we ensure as leaders that we balance the culture within this organization? How do we allow both generations to be able to express themselves and build a very productive culture?
The generational gaps that exist in a company are difficult to bridge, right? But the way we need to bridge them is by having strong organizational processes by which the older generation is kind of compelled to give up. Like, for instance, my transition to you, right? Nobody compelled me, but it was something that I recognized as a need, right? Now, suppose I had brought you in and said, okay, you sit there as a figurehead, I will continue to do things the way I've been doing all this time. Then it just doesn't make any sense, right? In a lot of ways, there are this kind of behavior that is existing, where the older leaders talk endlessly about the need for talent. They bring the talent in and then continue to do what they did rather than letting the talent do.
And the talent just becomes disengaged.
Correct.
Yeah.
So how do you, in my case and your case, it was something that we mutually agreed that this is required and we get it done. But there's a lot of insecurity that is there in the older generation, right? If I give it up, will somebody usurp my role and I'll become irrelevant? There's a lot of insecurity that is there. So we need to address that, while at the same time there has to be a compulsion in the company that certain types of projects, certain types of things should be absolutely done only by the younger leader. So this is not a straight arrow, but it is an arrow that needs to get architected and delivered. I think we will probably muddle through this.
Yeah, no, I think it's, again, it'll need to be a journey. And I think this is where a very strong HR organization that is agile, but also process driven, right? And I think having outside-in perspective from companies that have perhaps gone through this journey a little bit earlier than us, especially in, say, some of the larger metro cities, I think it also helps expedite the rate at which we're also able to move.